Yima ukuzibe khona kuloma ngathiwa ngikhulisa ngoba wafaka imbewu.
Uyadelela lento ayenzayo kusaqhuba khona ungahloniphi lento nje yenziwa indodana. Ngisho ungalanda igidi zakho.
Ukile Thando.
Unezinja wena.
Ufuna ukusefinqela abantu abafaka ibhluku abachama njengaye. Ake sebefinqela mina ngumfazi.
Mina bengathukile akekho bengimsaba akekho bengimnqena.
I thought I was gonna leave this light here alone, yabo. I mean into lento ngiyiyeka. Hayi kodwa ngeke.
Bafethu namhlanje la ku TikTok ngilethela ijongo elingafuni elingathanda. Bafethu why bethu abakuthanda abantu bethu why?
Umuntu owenza into enhle emhlabeni nasemphakathini vele akathandeki.
Yabona anginandaba ukuthi ubani ucabanga ini ngani nini. But umsangano le show. Umsangano Isencane Lengane umsangano.
Many people are starting to turn their backs on one of Moja Love's most popular TV shows, Isencane Lengane. But why is this happening? Why is it that people are starting to look away from their TV screens when Isencane Lengane is playing? I mean, with tweets like #Isencane Lengane, Siyacela's family doesn't hold him accountable for his actions, including Thando. It's like everyone is afraid of him. And even more tweets like, let's boycott Isencane Lengane.
Why abantu bangasayini petition? Unless yaba entertain, why ingapheliswa na ini?
Something has clearly led people to want to cancel Isencane Lengane once and for all. But why have we reached this point? Well, if you've been watching the show, then the signs were very clear. Everybody knew that the reason why Isencane Lengane was as popular as it was because of one person, and that person is Siyacela. Siyacela is an interesting character because he's a young child who married at a very young age. But not only that, he clearly has no respect for any authority, be it his father Ubab Jamuga or any of the women in his household. Siyacela has clearly shown that he has no respect for any level of authority.
Umakoti unenkingo ushawo Siyacela.
Wawunomnyeni wakho wayenishaya.
Engamthuki futhi uMathando.
Mina bengathukile akekho bengimsaba akekho bengimnqena.
Mina ngiyamvikela uSiyacela kwabantu engibaziyo ukuthi bayingozi.
And so unfortunate as it is, it was only bound to happen that Siyacela would also start physically and verbally abusing Thando. Now this would be the first crack at the reputation of the Isencane Lengane show, where producers were supposed to step in and intervene and stop the show. They simply glossed over this and didn't take it too seriously. In fact, they even released a statement that said that Moja Love defended the show's content. It aims to highlight everyday challenges and provoke discussions on issues like gender-based violence and cultural intolerance. It seems like this show was a clear microcosm of the gender-based violence issues a lot of South African women face in South Africa, but people were not happy.
Accept ukuthi content off noma content njani, something is mentally or seriously wrong ngolo mfana uSiyacela, and singablame mina yedwa. Uthando nakekho right man. Noma uselimele noma kuthiwani, but yes.
Thando is never going to leave Siyacela, so stop holding your breath. Why do I say that? It takes a long time before victims of abuse can actually leave their abuser.
Mina uSiyacela ngisathandana ngangibona ukuthi okay, mayengangishayanga cha akangithandi.
Usawakuthanda.
But even despite all the criticism that people were levying against Moja Love, the show would continue to renew itself season after season after season, and more cracks would start appearing. Between Siyacela disrespecting Thando's mother, he would also overstep and disrespect Thando's father. Now this one is pretty interesting because Thando's father is not your conventional character in this series. You see, Thando's father had only reached out to Thando after seeing that she was gaining success and popularity off off of the Isencane Lengane show. And after reaching out to try to rekindle the relationship between her and her daughter, Thando was not buying it. And she would often state that he was only doing this for money and fame. This animosity towards his father would lead to Siyacela also not taking his father seriously. And the two would continue to clash episode after episode after episode, showing their disdain for one another.
Elakhulunywa uSiyacela elikhuluma kumina ngubaba kaThando ungijabulisa ngakhetha ukuthi kufanele ngihlawulise
and akhonko mangizwekile
fike egcine manje yabo nganami indlela oyiphatha ngayo akumnandi
ufuna inkomo engane ngibuku njalo.
However, in this latest season, these two's clash would lead to real-life consequences. But when the season started, tensions were clearly very high, as Thando's mother wanted to defend her honor and her dignity at the Lamuga family household. So, to defend her honor, she took her brothers as well as her cousins to go and defend her honor at the Lamuga household, because the Lamuga said that she was the reason that Siyacela and Thando's car burned down. However, the fights between these two families were not over after this, because in this latest episode, Thando's father wanted to sit down with Thando and have a meeting about how their relationship together would continue to grow in the future. Although Thando was not buying what his father was saying, she clearly did want to rekindle the relationship, but she knew that he would have to put his best effort forward. In order to do this, Thando's father would have to sit down with Siyacela's uncle, and this was where all hell would break loose. Because while Ubabaga Thando was trying to have a civil conversation with Siyacela's uncle, Siyacela was clearly not having it. From the jump, he came with an aggressive attitude, telling Thando's father that he's clearly never been part of Thando's life and he doesn't have the right to call himself her father. Thando's father did let this slide in the beginning, but unfortunately, he couldn't let it slide anymore, and he threw a plate full of rice at Siyacela's face. And here is where they would start fighting with each other. After this fight, many people would be quick to jump on Twitter and express their frustration at how Mojulove could allow such nonsense. Many people tweeting, Siyacela needs to go to a disciplinary camp, #Isencane Lengane, and other comments saying, Isencane Lengane, this boy watela straight, Siyacela, and other more reasonable comments saying, we need to get to a point where we stop complaining about Siyacela and ask Mojulove what they are doing about his behavior. The boy hasn't shown any growth since season 1, and every year he's rewarded with a new season to showcase more disrespect and abuse.
Le show le Mojulove Isencane Lengane iyakubonisa ukuthi kunabazali abanebhadi ukuthi azali nonsonso nje.
Sesifuna ukudla inquzo entsha, asishongo ukuthi isiyangidini inquzo yakho, isiyangixasa, sengifunenye fresh.
Siyacela Dlamuka, awuzukwazi ukungena ezulwini, uthanda kakhulu inquzo entsha.
Yeah, guys, something's really wrong, and mina ngibuza ukuthi abantu hlezi behlangana abasathi nokuthi nje wena mfana hey boo awungeke bafethu ngeke
ayikho. I know ukuthi abanye abantu iyaba entertainer, but akuna entertainment la. Mawuzobona nje umfana oloka busy wasemakhaya lokadelela abantu athukana, umuntu angabe hystering ngakubo, but until asahlangane nezinye hystering ezifana naye ezithela induku.
This is clearly not sitting well with people, as people want to boycott the show. But at the end of the day, it's true. Siyacela is getting compensated and getting paid for the way he behaves in the show. It's the reason why many of us continue to watch the show, because we can't believe what nonsense he's gonna get into next. What is he gonna say next? What is he gonna do next? These are the things that keep us coming back to watching the show, and Mojulove clearly understands this. They understand that the more dysfunction they show to the South African audience, the more and more will keep on watching this, which says a lot about us as black individuals personally. Why is it that we clearly continue to glorify dysfunction? Why is it that we continue to support shows that showcase the worst of our cultures? Because at the end of the day, this is TV, and whatever narrative is put out there is how people will choose to view us.